Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving right into the ultimate data-driven prediction for the massive 2026 World Cup. Using deep projections and expert insights from ESPN's Ryan O'Hanlon, we are tracking the inevitable collision course of international soccer's absolute biggest titans. If you're a fan of the stats, the strategy, and seeing exactly how a highly complex 48-team tournament is projected to unfold, well, you're in the right place. All right, let's look at the sheer scale of this thing. The 2026 tournament is officially the biggest World Cup ever. With the field expanding significantly to 48 teams, we are staring down a staggering 104 total matches. That is a massive 38.5% jump in games compared to what we saw just 4 years ago. Trying to accurately forecast a beast this size requires an incredible amount of data crunching and a real understanding of the shifting dynamics of global soccer. But, to save our sanity, and as ESPN's Ryan O'Hanlon so brilliantly points out in our source material, we're actually skipping the third place game for our own self-care. So we're focusing our complete attention on predicting the other 103 matchups. We're going to look at the math, the tactical matchups, and the historical trends to map out exactly how this mammoth competition plays out. Section 1. Meet the heavyweight contenders. So who actually makes it to the end? For that, we turn to the baseline models from the DTAI Analytics Lab, which historically outperformed the bookmakers. Their data points to Spain, Argentina, and France as our undisputed titans. Spain holds the top spot with a 1,979 ELO rating. Now, ELO is basically a metric that calculates relative skill based on match history, and that rating gives Spain a 99% chance of advancing out of the group stage. Argentina is right behind them at 1,965, and France at 1,939. These aren't just arbitrary numbers, guys. These are near guarantees of early round survival. And if you want to know why the group stage is going to be a breeze for these favorites, well, it comes down to pure financial weight. Get this. Spain's two young stars, Lamine Yamal and Pedri, carry a combined transfer value of 350 million euros. On the flip side, the combined value of the entire rosters of their Group H challengers, Saudi Arabia and Cape Verde, is just 96 million euros. Think about that. Just two of Spain's players are worth nearly 4 times the entirety of those two opposing squads combined. Section 2. Navigating the knockout chaos. Now, this new format introduces a mind-boggling 495 permutations for the round of 32 alone. That means the luck of the draw is absolutely critical. Let's take France, for example. The draw basically throws this incredibly talented squad right into an absolute gauntlet. Step 1 is a brutal round of 16 matchup against Germany, a true system team with a clear, aggressive attacking approach. And if France somehow survives that, Step 2 is a quarterfinal clash against a relentless, pressing Canadian team. It's an incredibly demanding path. Meanwhile, Spain gets to enjoy a much cleaner run. Step 1 sees them matching up against Croatia in the round of 16, where Spain's sheer talent advantage really shines through. Then, in Step 2, they face the United States in the quarterfinals. Sure, the US will have serious home field advantage, but Spain is simply too organized and way too talented, allowing them to dispatch the Americans and smoothly advance to the Final Four. For Argentina, the story is slightly different. They feature an aging core that really hasn't seen much turnover since their 2022 victory, and they are still heavily reliant on Lionel Messi. Yet, a favorable draw is their absolute greatest asset here. They managed to edge past Turkey in a tight 1-0 match in the round of 16, and then use that exact same grinding, tournament-tested experience to slip past Colombia 1-0 in the quarterfinals. They essentially find a way deep into the tournament despite those vulnerabilities. Section 3. The semifinal showdowns. Okay, the early rounds are behind us, the pretenders are gone, and the stakes are literally life or death. On one side of the bracket, we are treated to an all-time great clash between France and Spain. France has unbelievable depth, sure, but they are projected to be missing their top center back, William Saliba, to a back injury. That means losing a level-headed calm that no one else on the roster can really replicate. Spain, conversely, comes in as the defending European champions, and thanks to that easier path we talked about, they've been able to perfectly ramp up superstar Lamine Yamal following a late-season hamstring injury. These two teams already have a really rich recent history, including that wild 5-4 Nations League semifinal match. In what the projections see as another absolute thriller, this match ends in a 3-3 draw. It ultimately takes penalties to separate them, and Spain outlasts France in the shootout, punching their ticket to the ultimate final. Let's jump over to the other side of the bracket, where an aging Argentina faces the ultimate sleeper team in Norway. Guys, Norway fits the exact blueprint of a team that can knock off an older squad. They are big, they're strong, they're fast, and they play straightforward soccer. Armed with the immense offensive firepower of Erling Haaland and the creative playmaking of Martin Odegaard, Norway presents a massive, highly physical threat to the defending champions. But experience triumphs over the sleeper threat. Even though Norway boasts the best goal differential in the field leading up to the tournament, Argentina just knows how to survive these high-pressure moments. The South American Giants vanquished Norway in a tight 2-1 victory, officially setting up a dream final matchup that fans around the globe have been hoping for. Section 4. Spain versus Argentina. This brings us to the final showdown, pitting the two best teams in the world against one another. And the narrative leading into this final, it's basically mythological. As the data and the storyline converge, we have to talk about this incredible, literal photograph connecting a legendary veteran Lionel Messi with a newborn Lamine Yamal. I mean, it perfectly sets the stage for a poetic passing of the torch on the absolute biggest stage in global sports.
Because you see, Yamal isn't just another opponent standing in Messi's way. He honestly mirrors the king. He plays an almost identical style to Messi, he stars for the exact same club in Barcelona, and his breathtaking early age accomplishments make him the most legitimate heir to the greatest of all-time throne we have ever seen. Sure, players like Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland have challenged for the throne, but Yamal reflects Messi's legacy directly.
So how does it end? Well, according to the ultimate data-driven prediction from our sources, the youth, the tactical organization, and the sheer momentum of Spain conquer the older defending champions. The prediction points to a 2-1 victory for Spain, officially securing the 2026 World Cup title. Which leaves us with this final, truly fascinating question to ponder. If this explainer's data-driven prediction holds true, and Spain defeats Argentina on the global stage, is the 2026 World Cup final the exact moment the crown officially passes to a new king? It's a scenario that is as statistically probable as it is incredibly poetic. Thank you so much for walking through this structured breakdown with me. Keep questioning the data and stay curious.